Unemployment insurance weekly claims. Transmission of materials in this release is embargoed until 8:30 a.m. Eastern, Thursday, March 4, 2021. Seasonally adjusted data. In the week ending February 27, the advance figure for seasonally adjusted initial claims was 745,000, an increase of 9,000 from the previous week's revised level. The previous week's level was revised up by 6,000 from 730,000 to 736,000. The 4-week moving average was 790,750, a decrease of 16,750 from the previous week's revised average. The previous week's average was revised down by 250 from 807,750 to 807,500. The advanced seasonally adjusted insured unemployment rate was 3.0% for the week ending February 20, a decrease of 0.1 percentage point from the previous week's unrevised rate. The advance number for seasonally adjusted insured unemployment during the week ending February 20 was 4,295,000, a decrease of 124,000 from the previous week's unrevised level of 4,419,000. The 4-week moving average was 4,448,000, a decrease of 99,000 from the previous week's unrevised average of 4,547,000. Unadjusted data. The advance number of actual initial claims under state programs, unadjusted, totaled 748,078 in the week ending February 27, an increase of 31,519 or 4.4% from the previous week. The seasonal factors had expected an increase of 22,358 or 3.1% from the previous week. There were 216,982 initial claims in the comparable week in 2020. In addition, for the week ending February 27, 53 states reported 436,696 initial claims for pandemic unemployment assistance. The advance unadjusted insured unemployment rate was 3.4% during the week ending February 20, unchanged from the prior week. The advance unadjusted level of insured unemployment in state programs totaled 4,806,269, a decrease of 22,355 or minus 0.5% from the preceding week. The seasonal factors had expected an increase of 101,951 or 2.1% from the previous week. A year earlier the rate was 1.4% and the volume was 2,105,457. The total number of continued weeks claimed for benefits in all programs for the week ending February 13 was 18,026,537, a decrease of 1,018,763 from the previous week. There were 2,092,483 weekly claims filed for benefits in all programs in the comparable week in 2020. During the week ending February 13, extended benefits were available in the following 19 states: Alaska, California, Colorado, Connecticut, District of Columbia, Hawaii, Illinois, Massachusetts, Michigan, Nevada, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, Pennsylvania, Puerto Rico, Rhode Island, Texas, the Virgin Islands, and Washington. Initial claims for UI benefits filed by former federal civilian employees totaled 1,206 in the week ending February 20, a decrease of 181 from the prior week. There were 619 initial claims filed by newly discharged veterans, a decrease of 83 from the preceding week. There were 19,431 continued weeks claimed filed by former federal civilian employees the week ending February 13, an increase of 607 from the previous week. Newly discharged veterans claiming benefits totaled 8,686, a decrease of 383 from the prior week. During the week ending February 13, 51 states reported 7,328,311 continued weekly claims for pandemic unemployment assistance benefits and 51 states reported 4,466,916 continued claims for pandemic emergency unemployment compensation benefits. The highest insured unemployment rates in the week ending February 13 were in Pennsylvania 6.3, Alaska 5.7, Nevada 5.4, Rhode Island 5.1, Connecticut 4.9, New York 4.9, the Virgin Islands 4.9, California 4.7, Illinois 4.7, and New Mexico 4.6. The largest increases in initial claims for the week ending February 20th were in Illinois plus 6,014, Missouri plus 5,624, Tennessee plus 3,987, Mississippi plus 3,266, and Colorado plus 2,842, while the largest decreases were in California minus 49,138, Ohio minus 45,189, New York minus 9,117, Idaho minus 5,111, and Michigan minus 3,942. Unemployment insurance data for regular state programs. Week ending February 27th. Initial claims seasonally adjusted. 745,000. Initial claims not seasonally adjusted. 748,078. 4-week moving average seasonally adjusted. 790,750. Week ending February 20th. Insured unemployment seasonally adjusted. 4,295,000. Insured unemployment not seasonally adjusted. 4,806,269. 4-week moving average seasonally adjusted. 4,448,000. Insured unemployment rate seasonally adjusted. 3.0%. Insured unemployment rate not seasonally adjusted. 3.4%. Initial claims filed in federal programs unadjusted. Week ending February 27th. Pandemic unemployment assistance 436,696. Week ending February 20th. Federal employees UCFE 1,206. Newly discharged veterans UCX 619. Continued weeks claimed filed for UI benefits in all programs unadjusted. Week ending February 13th. Total 18,026,537. Footnotes. SA seasonally adjusted data, NSA not seasonally adjusted data. Continued weeks claimed represent all weeks of benefits claimed during the week being reported, and do not represent weeks claimed by unique individuals. 1. Prior year is comparable to most recent data. 2. Most recent week used covered employment of 142,133,208 as denominator. 3. Information on the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance (PUA) program can be found in UIPL 16-20 PUA program information. 4. Information on the Pandemic Emergency Unemployment Compensation (PEUC) program can be found in Unemployment Insurance Program Letter UIPL 17-20 PEUC program information. 5. Information on the EB program can be found here EB program information. 6. Some states maintain additional benefit programs for those claimants who exhaust regular benefits, and when applicable, extended benefits. Information on states that participate, and the extent of benefits paid, can be found starting on page 4-4 of this link, Extensions and Special Programs PDF. 7. Information on STC work sharing can be found starting on page 4-8 of the following link, Extensions and Special Programs PDF. 8. Totals include PUA unemployment for the appropriate corresponding week. Advanced state claims, not seasonally adjusted. Initial claims filed during week ended February 27th. U.S. total, 748,078. Insured unemployment for week ended February 20th. U.S. total, 4,806,269. Note, advance claims are not directly comparable to claims reported in prior weeks. Advance claims are reported by the state liable for paying the unemployment compensation, whereas previous weeks reported claims reflect claimants by state of residence. In addition, claims reported as work-share equivalent in the previous week are added to the advance claims as a proxy for the current week's work-share equivalent activity. Seasonally adjusted US weekly UI claims in thousands. Week ending February 27, 2021. Initial claims 745. Week ending February 20, 2021. Insured unemployment 4,295. Pandemic unemployment assistance claims not seasonally adjusted. PUA initial claims filed during week ended February 27. U.S. total, 436,696. PUA continued claims for week ended February 13. U.S. total, 7,328,311. Note, information on the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance (PUA) program can be found in UIPL 16-20 PUA program information. Backdated claims may be included in these figures. Pandemic Emergency Unemployment Compensation Continued Claims, not seasonally adjusted PEUC claims filed during weeks ended February 13. U.S. total, 4,466,916. Note, information on the Pandemic Emergency Unemployment Compensation (PEUC) program can be found in Unemployment Insurance Program Letter UIPL 17-20 PEUC program information. Extended Benefits (EB) Continued Claims, not seasonally adjusted. EB claims filed during weeks ended February 13. U.S. total, 1,305,204. Note, information on the EB program can be found here. EB program information. Initial claims filed during week ended February 20. Totals, 716,559. Insured unemployment for week ended February 13. Totals, 4,828,624. Figures appearing in columns showing over-the-week changes reflect all revisions in data for prior week submitted by state agencies. 1. The Unemployment Compensation Program for Federal Employees UCFE and the Unemployment Compensation for Ex-Service Members UCX exclude claims filed jointly under other programs to avoid duplication. 2. Rate is not seasonally adjusted. The source of U.S. total covered employment as BLS. Unadjusted initial claims for week ended February 20, 2021. States with an increase of more than 1,000. State. Change. State supplied comment. Illinois. Plus 6,014. Layoffs in the other services, construction, and wholesale and retail trade industries. Missouri. Plus 5,624. Layoffs in the manufacturing industry. Tennessee. Plus 3,987. Layoffs in the administrative and support and waste management and remediation services, accommodation and food services, other services, retail trade, and transportation and warehousing industries. Mississippi. Plus 3,266. Colorado. Plus 2,842. Kentucky. Plus 2,111. States with a decrease of more than 1,000. State. Change. State supplied comment. California. Minus 49,138. Fewer layoffs in the service industry. Ohio. Minus 45,189. New York. Minus 9,117. Fewer layoffs in the construction, accommodation and food services, and transportation and warehousing industries. Idaho. Minus 5,111. Michigan. Minus 3,942. Pennsylvania. Minus 3,366. Fewer layoffs in the construction, accommodation and food services, and administrative and support and waste management and remediation services industries. Rhode Island. Minus 3,335. Virginia. Minus 2,957. Florida. Minus 2,934. Kansas. Minus 2,923. Indiana. Minus 2,552. Maryland. Minus 1,515. Massachusetts. Minus 1,478. Minnesota. Minus 1,302. Arkansas. Minus 1,258. Georgia. Minus 1,085. Fewer layoffs in the trade, manufacturing, administrative and support and waste management and remediation services, and accommodation and food services industries. Hawaii. Minus 1,029. Technical notes. This news release presents the weekly unemployment insurance (UI) claims reported by each state's unemployment insurance program offices. These claims may be used for monitoring workload volume, assessing state program operations and for assessing labor market conditions. States initially report claims directly taken by the state liable for the benefit payments, regardless of where the claimant who filed the claim resided. These are the basis for the advance initial claims and continued claims reported each week. These data come from ETA 538, Advance Weekly Initial and Continued Claims Report. The following week initial claims and continued claims are revised based on a second reporting by states that reflect the claimants by state of residence. These data come from the ETA 539, Weekly Claims and Extended Benefits Trigger Data Report. A. Initial claims. An initial claim is a claim filed by an unemployed individual after a separation from an employer. The claimant requests a determination of basic eligibility for the UI program. When an initial claim is filed with a state, certain programmatic activities take place and these result in activity counts including the count of initial claims. The count of U.S. initial claims for unemployment insurance is a leading economic indicator because it is an indication of emerging labor market conditions in the country. However, these are weekly administrative data which are difficult to seasonally adjust, making the series subject to some volatility. B. Continued weeks claimed. A person who has already filed an initial claim and who has experienced a week of unemployment then files a continued claim to claim benefits for that week of unemployment. On a weekly basis, continued claims are also referred to as insured unemployment, as continued claims reflect a good approximation of the current number of insured unemployed workers filing for UI benefits. The count of U.S. continued weeks claimed is also a good indicator of labor market conditions. While continued claims are not a leading indicator, they roughly coincide with economic cycles at their peaks and lag at cycle troughs. They provide confirming evidence of the direction of the U.S. economy. C. Seasonal adjustments and annual revisions. Over the course of a year, the weekly changes in the levels of initial claims and continued claims undergo regularly occurring fluctuations. These fluctuations may result from seasonal changes in weather, major holidays, the opening and closing of schools, or other similar events. Because these seasonal events follow a more or less regular pattern each year, their influence on the level of a series can be tempered by adjusting for regular seasonal variation. These adjustments make trend and cycle developments easier to spot. At the beginning of each calendar year, the Bureau of Labor Statistics provides the Employment and Training Administration (ETA) with a set of seasonal factors to apply to the unadjusted data during that year. Concurrent with the implementation and release of the new seasonal factors, ETA incorporates revisions to the UI claims historical series caused by updates to the unadjusted data. U.S. Department of Labor news materials are accessible at http://www.dol.gov.